Right, let's just unpack this, shall we? It's not merely about a holiday, darling. It's about expectations, the fundamental human right to a modicum of decency. Honestly, it's utterly baffling how some establishments operate under the delusion that people will simply tolerate such a blatant disregard for basic hospitality. It's almost insulting, isn't it? Like they believe our time, our resources, our very feelings are disposable. It's the sort of entitlement one typically associates with, well, them people who have never had to work a day in their lives. And trust me, I've known a few. My grandmother, bless her soul, always said a civilized society is judged by how it treats its least fortunate. And Coral Beach, hurghada. They ray failing spectacularly on that front. I remember when I was a little girl growing up in never you mind where, it was cold, always cold, we would look at postcards of places like hurghada. Such vibrant hues. Turquoise water, golden sand, palm trees swaying in the breeze. It was a promise of warmth, of escape, of something better. A symbol really of all the things we lacked. And the naivete of youth, isn't it precious? You actually believe those pictures. You think those places are real, that happiness can be bought with a plane ticket. Cut to not cut, darling, this isn't a film cut to me, several years later, considerably more sophisticated, and admittedly rather spoiled, arriving at the Coral Beach hurghada. Honestly, the first impression was discordant. You see, I understand aesthetics, I appreciate harmony. And the reception area, it wasn't a lobby, it wasn't even a vestibule. It was a cramped little alcove, really, with a desk that looked suspiciously like a repurposed school project and corridors that felt like rabbit warrens. It lacked grandeur. And as someone raised on the legacy of imperial architecture, my family had a dacha outside of St. Petersburg. You see, quite lovely, though perpetually damp, the sheer lack of spatial awareness was deeply unsettling. It screamed budget, and not in a charming bohemian way, but in a we cut corners on absolutely everything kind of way. The staff at the front desk. Oh, the staff. I wouldn't call them unhelpful, that's far too generous. Actively antagonistic is closer to the mark. A sort of sneering disdain, as if my very presence was an inconvenience. I inquired about my room, and the young man behind the desk, he had the posture of a disgruntled sloth, barely made eye contact. The classic power move, deliberately avoiding interaction to assert dominance. It's elementary psychology, really. A demonstration of control, thinly veiled as indifference. And then, the audacity. When I politely asked about the location, expecting a map, a little guidance, anything, he simply gestured vaguely towards somewhere. No explanation, no offer of assistance, just a gesture. As if I was supposed to possess some innate ability to navigate a sprawling resort. It's like they wanted you to be lost. And then, a chocolate bar. A small, innocent indulgence, a little square of dark chocolate I'd been saving. I placed it just for a moment next to my bag while I fumbled for my passport. The shuttle driver, a man with a predatory gleam in his eye, I might add, literally lunged for it, grabbed it, and vanished. It wasn't about the chocolate, of course, it was the principle. The brazenness, the complete lack of respect. A blatant act of petty theft, committed in broad daylight with absolutely no regard for me. The violation of trust, you understand.
Script content, you know. I was just looking into what happens near Coral Beach hurghada. And, it's sad, you know. Tourists come here thinking it's all sun and sea, but some businesses, they just want to take your money. So businesses near Coral Beach hurghada, they sometimes trick you with prices. Like, you walk into a shop, and everything seems okay, but then boom. The price changes when you pay. One tourist bought a scarf. The tag said 50 EGP, but at the counter, oh no, that's 500 EGP. And the shopkeeper just smiles like it's normal. What can you do? You argue, but they don't care. The tourist probably paid because they were scared or embarrassed. And the shopkeeper, still there, still doing it to the next person. Then, restaurants near Coral Beach hurghada, they add things to your bill. Like you order a simple meal, but suddenly there's extra drinks, extra bread, extra service fee you didn't ask for. One family, they got charged for 3 bottles of water when they only had 1. They argued, but the waiter just shrugged. Mistake, he said. Sure, the family probably paid because they just wanted to leave. And the restaurant? Still doing it tomorrow, still laughing. And taxis. Oh, taxis near Coral Beach hurghada, they don't use meters. You ask how much, They say good price, but then surprise. It's triple what it should be. One couple got told 100 EGP to go back to their hotel, but halfway there, the driver said no, 300 EGP. They had no choice. They paid. The driver probably bragged to his friends about it later. It's just sad, you know? You come for a nice holiday and people treat you like a walking wallet. And the worst part, nobody stops them. They keep doing it because tourists leave and new ones come and the cycle goes on. But hey, maybe you race smarter. Maybe you check every bill, argue every price. Or maybe you just get tired and pay, like everyone else.
Businesses near Coral Beach Hurghada a haven for scams and deceit. As I delve into the reviews, I'm met with a sense of despair, a feeling of being stuck in a never-ending nightmare. It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack, but instead of a needle, it's a decent business that doesn't want to rob you blind. Let's start with Sen's Mall Hurghada. It's like a ticking time bomb, waiting to explode in your face with its overpriced goods and servicios. The T-Mobile store is a particular gem, where salespeople will deceive you with a smile, selling you internet packages that will leave you high and dry. And don't even get me started on the taxation mafia outside, where taxi drivers will demand more money than you bargained for. It's like they're playing a game of gotcha with your wallet. But wait, it gets better. The supermarket inside the mall is notorious for adding extra items to your receipt just for kicks. It's like they're trying to see how much they can get away with. And the customer service? It's like they're speaking a different language, one that only they understand. And then there's the dreaded bazaar near the kids' entertainment center. It's like a treasure trove of broken souvenirs and scams. You'll be lucky to leave with your wallet intact. The whole area is a hotbed of scammers, just waiting to pounce on unsuspecting tourists. But hold on to your hats, folks, because it gets even worse. The Planet Spa at Marriott Beach Resort is a recipe for disaster. The massages are like a bad drunk joke, with unskilled therapists who think they're above the law. And don't even get me started on the sauna and steam room, which seem to be missing in action. It's like they're playing a game of hide-and-seek with your relaxation. And finally, we have the Lodge Restaurant Bar, a place where the food is as bad as the service. It's like they're trying to poison you with undercooked meat and spoiled cream. The waiters are like ghosts, disappearing at the most inopportune moments, leaving you to wonder if you're even in a real restaurant. And the prices? Oh boy, it's like they're charging you per tear you shed. As I sift through these reviews, I'm left with a sense of dread, a feeling that these businesses are just waiting to pounce on unsuspecting tourists.